اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم ربنا وابعث فیہم رسولا منہم یتلو علیہم آیاتک ویعلمہم الکتاب والحکمت ویزکیہم انک انت العزیز الحکیم. Translation is, and our Lord raise up among them a messenger from among themselves, who may recite to them thy signs and teach them the book and wisdom, and may purify them. Surely you are the mighty, the wise.
طاهر verse chapter 62 verse 3.
Chapter 6.
62. Verse 3.
Chapter 63.
62 verse 3.
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. Translation is, He it is who has raised among the unlettered people a messenger from among themselves, who recites unto them his signs and purifies them and teaches them the book and wisdom, though before that they were in manifest error.
Huzur, the order in which Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam prayed is different from the order in which it is accepted by Allah. What's the significance?
Yes, not only that, but there is another thing which has to be noted. Who are Minhum? Arabians or something else? Because if it are the Arabs who are referred to, then the Quran is not universal and the Prophet is not universal. So first of all, I would like to point out the meaning I want to explain the meaning of Minhum. It is more important because the other question I have answered repeatedly before in so many addresses and such majalis as this. When you read the first verse before that, when Abraham prayed, that would indicate what Minhum means.
The verse is Rabbana wabas fihim rasulam minhum.
No, before that, who are Minhum?
Yes, the one. Rabbana wajalna muslimani laka wa min zurriyatina ummatan muslimatan lak wa arina manasikana wa tub alayna innaka anta tawwabur rahim.
It is not Arab, it is Zurriyat Ibrahim. This is mentioned as Minhum. And because a time was to come according to the prophecies of the Quran and the Bible, when Abraham's Zurriyat was to spread all over the world. At the time of the appearance, that had happened. So it is wrongly understood that Minhum means only the Arabs. Because in answer to the prayer of Abraham, Minhum must mean the progeny of Abraham. Why unlettered? Because at that time, Zahar al-Fasadu fil barri wal bahr had happened. They had all become ignorant people. Not unlettered only, the ignorant. So we say unlettered out of respect for Rasulullah sallam, because he was from among them, and we will have to visualize Rasulullah sallam as being ignorant, na'uz billah. But to be one of the ignorants and not to be ignorant, this can only become possible with revelation from Allah. And this is the situation we are reading. All the world had become or had received the progeny of Abraham, all scattered over. And that was the time when Rasulullah appeared, and that was the time when ignorance ruled supreme, not only in Arabia but elsewhere as well. So this means that Rasulullah, when we connect these verses of the Quran Abraham's past and the future according to the Quranic predictions, then we understand the meaning of this verse. Rasulullah does emerge to be a universal prophet, and the Quran does become a universal book of divine dictation. So the second point which you have raised is the change of order. It had to be changed by Allah because Abraham could never visualize a prophet who could immediately induce piety into people directly, with the result that teaching and the understanding of teaching would come later, but that the piety of that prophet would be so powerful that just to set your eyes on him or just to be close to him would be sufficient to make you al-muttaqi or muzakki. No, Zaki or Zaki. So he was a muzakki in that sense. So the order had to be changed. Otherwise, we read minhum yatlu alayhim ayatihi wa yu'allimuhumul kitaba wal hikma wa yuzakkihim. This is the order of Abraham. Allah's order is different. Yatlu alayhim ayatihi, when he recites the Quran, he purifies people immediately. I mean those who are worthy of it. And then follows al-ilm and al-hikmah. So this is a great prophecy which pays a unique tribute to the quality of Muhammad ﷺ, which has never been paid to any other prophet.